Welcome, Victoria. So Victoria is going to be she's going to be sharing with us all things fashion. Now, as I mentioned, she's got an incredible presentation for you today. So this is going to be super fun. And then at the end, she's going to take some of your questions if we've got a little bit of extra time. So hold your questions till the end, but please give her some love, give her some hearts, give her some cheering down in the comments because she would love your support. Victoria, we are so happy to have you on here. So for those of you who don't...
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, I'm glad. So for those of you who don't know, Victoria is Miss Pennsylvania, USA. And she is the owner of Wight Elephant Boutique in Pennsylvania. Now, Wight Elephant Boutique is this stunningly gorgeous, it's like Instagram worthy boutique. It's like walking into a place like this and you're like, oh, so fashion forward. It's so gorgeous. Maybe you guys have seen it if you follow Victoria or if you follow Wight Elephant Boutique. You may have already seen that. If not, do, because you're going to be blessed. But without further ado, Victoria, please take the stage and share with us your tips on fashion.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to share all of this with you guys. Whenever she contacted me and we were talking about what to go over, I thought that it would be really great to really talk about how to put an outfit together for a pageant because there's so many different options. There's so many different places to shop. It can be pretty overwhelming. And one of the best and the quickest ways to express your personality at a pageant is through fashion, whether that is on stage in your gown, but off stage as well. There are rehearsals, there are appearances, walking around the venue at the pageant. Those are things that people might not necessarily think about too much when preparing for a pageant weekend, but they matter. And I can't stress that enough. The first few things that people notice about you are your smile, your facial expressions, your mood, but also your clothing, because it can truly express who you are and say a lot about you. So it's always important to look your best. And even if you're just running to Starbucks or quickly grabbing a bite to eat, there will always be staff members, other contestants, and judges walking around. So you always want to be putting your best foot forward no matter where you are in your venue or just around pageant weekend. So I wanted to start by talking about 4 of my big tips for putting an outfit together for a pageant, how you can really find your offstage style and your fashion. And my first tip doesn't really even have to do with fashion. It has to do with you. The first tip is to really dig deep and think about your personality and the overall brand or message that you want to convey during pageant weekend about who you are as a person. Are you sporty? Are you a businesswoman? Do you love color? Whatever you have, whatever is unique about you and whatever you want to convey, really think about that because you can convey that through your clothing. Number 2 is to know your body shape. You need to know the flattering styles for your body because they are so important. You want to portray the best version of yourself during the pageant, which means wearing clothing that fits properly. So you look clean, you look polished, and you look put together. So are you more of a rectangular shape? Do you have wider hips? Do you have a wider chest? Really analyze and think about your body shape because finding clothing that really fits your body type is so important. Number 3 is that less is usually more. When we think about pageants, we usually think glitz, glamour, over the top, fun, but it can be very easy to go overboard on an outfit. So my biggest tip for the less is usually more part is to pick maybe one part of your outfit that you want to draw the most attention to. There could be makeup because that's part of your outfit as well. Jewelry, your clothing, shoes, and accessories. Pick one of those main pieces of your outfit to really draw the most attention to, and then use the other ones to tie it together. So maybe you have a really big, bold, patterned, bright dress on that you really want to shine. So maybe go a little bit less with the jewelry and have maybe a nude shoe. Or you could take a color in that outfit and tie it together with your shoe and maybe your lip color and just balance it. Maybe you have a really cool shoe that you want to show off, so you go a little bit less with your outfit or your jewelry. Stuff like that. Really keep it simple and just focus on one main element that you want to shine in your outfit. And my fourth tip is to be mindful of the schedule for pageant weekend and what you'll be doing. If you're going on an excursion where there will be lots of walking, you don't necessarily want to be wearing heels and a cocktail dress. For rehearsals, you'll usually be walking around a lot on stage and practicing the opening number, so you'll want to wear something comfortable but still appropriate and representative of who you are. And for appearances, I saw that on the Facebook group, somebody had asked, what do you wear for a casual appearance without being overdressed, like volunteering at a soup kitchen? And my biggest tip for that is don't be afraid to wear jeans and comfortable shoes, but just balance it with a nice blouse or a nice sweater that is still title holder appropriate. It's totally okay to go casual, but you still want to look like you're the representative of the system that you are or want to be. And then my next area of advice is, how can I find a unique piece that will stand out but won't break the bank? I saw that lots of people were commenting and asking that. Their number one question is, how do I shop without breaking the bank? My biggest tip for that is to stay away from big box stores and shop small, like boutiques. In boutiques, you only bring in a few in each size typically, and usually don't restock. So there is much less of a chance that somebody will have the same outfit at your store or at your pageant. And boutiques have to stay competitive with every other retailer online. So prices aren't typically high. We have to compete with all of the big box stores as well. So you're still going to get a great quality piece for a good price typically. And that's what I really try to do with my boutique, Wight Elephant Boutique. I started it as a way to find that nice in-between look needed for rehearsals, pageant check-in, and appearances, because I started this business when I was the IJM International Teen in 2015. I had just given up that title, and during that year, I was traveling nonstop. I needed new outfits, new clothing constantly, didn't really want to wear the same thing a lot of the time, and I needed it all the time, and it was so hard to find. And I knew that there was a demand for it, because if I was in need of it, then I knew everybody else probably was as well. So that was my main goal with starting Wight Elephant Boutique, was to find that nice in between and bring it in so everybody could really share in that, but do it at an affordable price. So that is my biggest tip, is to really shop small, because you will get a great quality product for a great price. And then my last big kind of thing that I wanted to cover are some current fashion trends to really look out for when you're putting together an outfit for rehearsals or pageant check-in and anything that you're looking to, buy. One of the biggest fashion trends right now is really the 80s. The 80s are back. So neon is huge. You're seeing that in gowns on stage, but also in ready to wear. And big, bold, bright colors are more popular than ever. So if you are somebody that is big and bold, go for neon, because that is so on trend right now. Number two is business wear, like blazers. I'm wearing one right now. I absolutely love the blazer trend. I love the workwear trend. And you can do what I do. This is my favorite thing to do, is just put a graphic tee underneath. That is perfect for rehearsals or pageant check-in, something casual, but it's still appropriate. You could wear the full suit with a t-shirt underneath, and you can do it with the heels too, because then it's still more businessy, but you have that little bit of casual element as well. Or you can do it with tennis shoes. Do not be afraid to wear a suit with tennis shoes. It's so on trend, and you will be very comfortable, I promise. It's great for rehearsals. Number three is faux leather. I wore, for rehearsals at Miss Pennsylvania USA this year, I wore a pair of black faux leather pants, bright red mules with a little kitten heel, a matching bright red short sleeve bodysuit underneath to match the shoes and tie that together. And then I wore a pink, it was like pink, red, and black tweed jacket over it. And everybody was complimenting me so much. It just looked very put together, very polished, but it still had that fashion forward element with the faux leather. And I'm seeing that so much right now. Even for spring and for summer, I'm seeing faux leather dresses, overalls, shorts, things like that, and pieces like that are going to be really great to have for the rehearsal element of a pageant, because it still looks fashion forward, it's still trendy, it's still fun, but you're going to be comfortable. Number 4, polka dots. Polka dots are huge for spring and summer right now. They're fun, they're feminine, but they're very classic as well. So if you want to stay classy, stay conservative, think about maybe a cute black and white polka dot dress or blouse, even maybe an accessory like a handbag. Polka dots are huge right now. They're not going anywhere, and they're very classic. They're loved by basically everybody. So it's a very safe trend as well. And the last one that I have are puff sleeves. Like I said, the 80s are back, but we've taken an 80s trend and made it more subtle, more feminine, and more flirty. So it's not the huge puffy sleeves from the 80s. It's more of a soft, demure puffy sleeve. And so a cute puff sleeve mini dress or top would be perfect to walk around the venue, go get something from Starbucks, or even go to rehearsals in, because it's going to be easy, light, airy, still fashion forward and fun. So those are 5 current fashion trends to look out for. It gives you a great starting spot whenever you're going and looking for an outfit. And I know that can be really hard and overwhelming whenever you're going to a store, or right now when you're shopping online, if you're prepping from home. My biggest tip is to have a plan. Think about what you are shopping for. Don't just go, oh, I'm going to go online right now and see what I can find. Really think about what you need, what you want. Take these tips, take these fashion trends, think about what you like, think about your brand, what you want to portray and come across in your outfits, and then dive into finding an outfit.
Wow, wow, wow. I am like, you should see my pen. I was trying not to wiggle my camera too much because I'm just like, writing all this stuff down. I'm like, I'm going to definitely make a note sheet of what you just said to share with people, because this is
Absolutely.
so awesome. Like, wow. And who would have thought neon? But you're so right. Like,
Yes.
I do see people rocking the neon these days, and the puff sleeves. Like, you're right. The puff sleeves I am seeing everywhere. I'm like, not sure
They're
if I could pull it
so
off or not.
feminine.
Yeah.
You can, absolutely. Yes, anybody can pull off puff
Oh,
sleeves.
good. I love hearing that. That's good. I want to share with you some of the comments that people are saying, because I don't know if I know you are so many things happening there, but everybody is like, oh, I'm so excited to be learning from you. You are gorgeous. All these beautiful, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, you're gorgeous. Thank you so much. Everybody loves you. Oh, it's awesome. And then, I wanted to kind of guys watching, we're going to be taking some questions in a little bit. Hold your questions because there's so many comments, which I'm in love with because people are loving what you're saying.
Thank you. Awesome.
Yeah. So girls, when you're writing a question, if you could put the Q and then colon and then write your question with a question mark at the end, that will help me be able to see it so that I can make sure I get that
Absolutely.
for Victoria. Are you still good on time, Victoria? Can I ask you a few other questions? Okay, awesome.
Absolutely.
So I loved what you're describing about how you even wore kitten heels, and you're even saying that sneakers are okay, because for a lot of pageant girls, there's a lot of pressure to just wear heels all of the time. But it sounds like now that doesn't need to happen because fashion doesn't mean just high heels. Is that what you're finding?
Right. Absolutely. And I'm a big proponent of being comfortable pageant weekend. Totally. Don't think that you have to wear your tippy tops for everything, even just walking around. Fashion is so versatile, and people really want to see you and see your sense of style and your personality. And that can really show through your wardrobe for pageant weekend. And so I know for Miss Pennsylvania USA, I brought my tippy tops with me everywhere just in case I needed to throw them on for something. But I made sure that I was comfortable but still fashion forward. So I wore those kitten heels. I wore knee-high boots with a little tweed romper for rehearsals. And I was very comfortable, but I still looked fashion forward. And I just took the boots off, took the kitten heels off whenever I was needed to go on stage. And I put the tippy tops on. And as soon as we were off stage, comfy shoes were back on.
Oh, that's so perfect. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, people are saying, thank you. Thank you for sharing these amazing tips. Thank you from Miami. I love this. And Emma says, oh my God, I have been to your boutique and I love it so much. She wrote, the flower wall is perfection. Oh, that's fun, Emma. Yay.
We have two storefronts, one in Irwin, Pennsylvania, and one in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. And whenever we were putting together the store, I knew I wanted a big focal point and somewhere that people could take fun photos and post it on Instagram. So I have two giant flower walls in my store. The Irwin store is a bit smaller, so we have, I think it's like 5 feet by 8 feet flower wall, and then the Greensburg store, it's like 30 feet by like 16 feet or something.
Oh, that is to die for. Oh my gosh. See, totally Instagram worthy. Oh, yes, I love that. That's fun. But so now, right now, a lot of people are at home and the store, I'm sure, is closed, right? So how can people...
The store is closed.
So do you ship on, are people purchasing from your boutique online, and do you ship internationally, or how far? Tell me a little bit about how that's working for you right now.
Yes, actually, when I started the boutique, we started online only. It was out of my dorm room at college as a way to make some extra money. So we've been online now for about 3.5 years. So even though our storefronts are closed at the moment, we are open 24/7 online. And so I'm shipping every day. I know my parents are at the store right now trying to ship out orders while I'm on here with you guys.
Good, the hired help. The hired help helping you out there. How nice.
So we're shipping all the time. We ship worldwide. We've shipped to 4 different continents. So we really ship anywhere. You can shop online. We do new arrivals every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Every week, we're just trying to keep that normal schedule for our customers, for you guys. And we still really have that nice pageant element to our wardrobe as well. My interview suit for Miss Pennsylvania USA, I wore from my store. So because a business owner, a boutique owner is part of my, quote unquote brand and what I want to portray in my pageant weekend, I make sure to pretty much always wear something from my store, especially in the interview competition as well, when I'll be talking about being a business owner. So we have a lot of different outfits for interview, for rehearsals, for pageant check-in, and you can find all of that online. It's WIGHT elephant.com.
Perfect. I just put that link in the comments too, so that people, because others were asking, where do we go? Where do we go? So, so go to Wight Elephant, WIGHT. I put it in the comments for those of you who want to grab that and maybe even start shopping now while we continue chatting. So I've got a couple questions from people here. So girls, go ahead and type your questions with the Q, because that will help to point them out to me. So here's a question that is, I typically see jumpsuits or dresses for interview, but she said, I'm more of a pencil skirt girl, pencil skirt and top. Is that okay? Or is there a reason that we don't see that very much in pageant interview? What are your thoughts, Victoria?
I know that I've seen a lot of the pencil skirt look when I was competing in National American Miss and International Junior Miss. But for now, we're seeing a lot of the dresses, the power suits, the jumpsuits. And I think that that's just because it's a little bit more fashion forward at the moment. If a pencil skirt is your style, go with it. Go with what makes you comfortable, what represents you and your personality the best, because that's what pageantry is all about anyway. It's about being the best version of you and yourself, and really bettering yourself. So if that is something that you're comfortable in, just maybe, I'd say, do a fun shoe. Tie it in with your jewelry, something fun, maybe a little bit of a fun collar on the top that you wear. But just really do you, because if you're 100% you won't want to change anything at the end of pageant weekend, because you know that you'll have been 100% yourself the entire time.
Yeah, that's great advice. I love that. People are saying like absolutely stunning, bubbly. You have a bubbly personality. Monique says, congratulations on your win and congrats on your business. That's from Monique.
Thank you so much.
Brecklin says, thank you so much for all of these great tips, Victoria. Janelle, these are such great tips. Shelly said, great tips. I love what you're wearing right now, she said.
This is from WhiteElephant.com.
There you go. There you go. Heck yes. Oh, this is awesome. We have another question here that is, trends come and go. So how important is it to actually keep up with the trends that are coming and going? And what resources do you recommend to stay up to date?
That's a great question.
That is a good question.
I think that trends, they do come and go very quickly. But some are pretty classic, like polka dots.
Yeah,
they're very fashion forward right now, but at the same time, still classic. So there is a good balance and a good give and take. So I would take it with a grain of salt with the fashion trends. Don't put all of your wardrobe basket into just being trendy. Yeah. You still want to be classic, be timeless, and be yourself. My honest to God greatest resource for finding fashion trends and what's in style are bloggers online on Instagram, Facebook, because they are on it. That is their job, to know what is trending at the moment, and they want to share it with you. Yeah. So follow a bunch of bloggers, see what they're wearing, see what they're posting about, read articles from Vogue, Vanity Fair, just be informed. And then take all that information and decide what you like and what you think would be best representative of who you are.
That's great. So do you use, I know you post because I follow you on social media, and I love when Wight Elephant posts those pictures of you like looking all slamming in those different outfits. And it's fun for me to see. I like actually having you as the model because I like seeing you in different outfits. Then I can be like, okay, the same model, like on something different, what might that look like on me?
Right.
So I totally love that. Can you share your Instagram handle? What should we be following you? Because I know you post about those fashion trends too. So what's your Instagram handle?
Oh, absolutely. My personal Instagram handle is my name. It's at Victoria _ and then my last name, it's Piekut. That's my personal Instagram. But then I have the Miss Pennsylvania USA Instagram as well, and that is at Miss PA USA.
Perfect.
So I post all the time about fashion trends, what I'm doing with the store, and all that kind of fun stuff.
I love that. I'm going to put this in the comments right now so people can follow you for your fashion trends, because I totally agree with you. I even feel that way about politics. Like, I'm not very good at politics, so I follow people that are into that are studying it all the time, because I don't want to stay up on that. That's not my number one passion, but yet I still want to be informed. So that's a brilliant suggestion to do that, even for bloggers, and especially to find people that share your style. You know, once you find someone that shares your style, then you're like, okay, now, you know, that's awesome. Okay, we have another question for you here. Do you see a difference, and especially for your customers too? I imagine that there's a difference between Mrs. wear, so the women that are competing in Mrs. pageants, versus Miss, and even versus teen. Like, do you notice different trends? Like, what should they be looking for if they're in a Miss or a teen pageant versus Mrs. and that kind of thing?
There definitely is a difference, and I just think that goes with age. Yeah. For the teen pageants, we see a lot of cute little dresses, mini dresses, maybe two-piece sets, a fun crop top, and like a mini skirt. And that's even great for Miss as well, because I feel like the focus on a lot of those different age groups is being fashion forward. In a Mrs. pageant, again, it's still about your personality. If that's your personality, that's what you're going to wear. That's amazing. Go for it. But we also see a lot of jumpsuits, maybe midi dresses are a nice option for a Mrs. pageant as well. It comes a little bit below the knee, and you can still find very trendy outfits in those silhouettes as well. I know that I already have my Easter dress picked out. Even if I'm sitting at home, it's a floral midi dress with a
You would.
So those are
you would. That's so
talking about.
stinking cute. Oh my gosh. I love that. You're inspiring me. I need to get an Easter dress. I should be shopping on your boutique for an Easter dress. We'll all be sitting at home, like sipping our mimosas, our Easter mimosas, like watching our online church services in our Easter dresses.
You have to remain as normal as you can right now.
Totally.
Normal of a schedule, because then you will feel like a human.
Yes.
And it will just be so much better for your mental health.
Yes, girl. Yes. Oh, I love that. That's adorable. Okay. A bunch of more questions here for you. Are solids better than prints for pageants? And I'm guessing that there's a difference between on stage versus off stage too. Like there might be a difference there. What do you think about, like, under stage lights, maybe patterns look different or maybe solids look different? I don't know. What do you think? Is there a difference between those?
I think for stage and for interview, a lot of the times it's better to go solid, because you want your face, your personality, your smile, you want you to shine and not necessarily your outfit. You want that to complement who you are. So I think for stage, a lot of the time it's better to remain more solid, more plain, but plain still can be fun. Like my interview suit for Miss Pennsylvania USA, it was a hot pink, like blaring hot pink interview suit with cutouts, a deep V, a square shoulder, and a wide leg trouser. And it was very fashion forward and very fun, but it was still just plain solid pink. So you can definitely find that balance. I think for rehearsals, for pageant check-in, anything like that, it's totally cool to do a pattern and do something fun and bold and vibrant. And you can still even do that with a gown. There's a lot of floral patterns in gowns, even polka dots. You're seeing that in gowns. So I think that you can really balance it whichever way you like and whichever way fits you and your personality best.
That's great advice. Yeah, that it definitely... and I love how you keep coming back to personality, like your personal fashion is about your personality, those things have to be aligned. So not trying to be someone that you're not, staying true to yourself. That's great. Monique.
My biggest pageant advice.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go for it. We want to hear from you.
My biggest pageant tip is to not compare yourself to other girls.
Yes.
Because again, pageantry is about you. There is only one of you. And whatever you have that's special and unique about you is what you can bring to the table that nobody else has. Mm-hmm. So always remain true to yourself. Don't compare yourself to the other girls, because they are completely different. They have a completely different fashion sense, style, personality, and they're going to focus on themselves. So you should focus on yourself and your personality.
We cannot hear that enough. That is so true. And it's hard, especially when we're at home and all we want to do is like creep on everybody, all of our competitors, like social media or this and that. And it's like, no, stay in your own lane. I have this quote that is about, because I live in San Diego, which is like an hour or so from the Del Mar horse races. And they have like beautiful horse races. And what I've learned is that thoroughbreds, when they are like an amazing horse, all those ones that end up running the horse races, they wear blinders. And they wear blinders because they have to stay in their lane. And they are just thinking about themselves. They're just running the very fastest that they can. They're blinding out every other thing. And we, as pageant contestants, got to do the same thing. Like block all that out, stay in your lane. Yeah.
I love that analogy. That is perfect.
Yeah. So a couple other questions. Monique, yes, the store is online. I put the link in the comments. It's wightelephant.com, wightelephant.com or boutique.
Yes, wightelephant.com. So WIGHT elephant.com.
Perfect. Cool. All right. Here's another question. What if you don't like the current trends? Ooh, what if you hate neon? You can't stand polka dots. You hate those puffy sleeves. Like, what then? What could you follow?
Again, it's just do what you like.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you who you are. You don't have to follow fashion trends to win a pageant or place higher or anything. Those are just some suggestions if you're looking for an outfit for a pageant. But again, it really just goes back to you. If you don't like any of those trends, great. Well, wear what you like.
Do you, girl?
Do you.
That's good.
Yes, absolutely.
I love it. Cool. Hallie's asking, do you have any tennis shoe recommendations? So fashionable tennis shoes. What do you like?
I do. So my go-to tennis shoes for, and this is a fashion trend that you either love it or you hate it.
Okay.
And I'm one of the people that love it.
Okay.
I love the chunky dad sneakers that are going on right now, the chunky dad tennis shoes. They look great with a blazer and a t-shirt, and that's actually what I have on right now.
Nice.
So my go-to ones were from Fila. They're like the Fila Disruptor 2s or something like that. But I have a vendor from my boutique that makes a very similar style. So we just brought that into the store as well. They're on our website.
Perfect. So you can buy those online too. Yes.
You can buy them away.
Oh, this is so good. I love it. Awesome. Hey, we've got another question from Fadlina saying, where can bigger girls go to find quality outfits? So for plus size, do you sell plus size at your store?
We don't at the moment.
Okay.
Right now, a lot of our styles go through large or extra large, and that's just because a lot of the brands that we work with, they just sell in those small through large or small through extra large styles.
Okay.
But there are a ton of boutiques out there that specialize in plus size. Seek them out. Social media and the internet is a perfect tool, especially right now whenever you're at home and really have nothing else to do.
Yeah, right.
There are so many boutiques out there that specialize in plus, or they have the same thing that they have in their smaller lines in plus too, the same style. So boutiques honestly are my biggest resource and my greatest tip for finding unique fashion for any woman, any size, any style.
That's great. Is there a certain like hashtag that you boutique owners use that maybe they could be following, like hashtag boutique? I don't know. Is there anything specific that you know of? Okay, I think I'd start there.
There isn't a specific one that comes to mind. Okay. I would just try like hashtag online boutique.
Oh, that's good.
You could do hashtag plus size boutique or plus size fashion. Be specific with your hashtags, because then you're going to find a more tailored answer.
Perfect. That's so good. Yeah. Okay. We've got a lot of, okay. So what do you recommend for dresses during the winter? So she's asking, what kind of cocktail dresses or outfits should I be putting together for a pageant in winter? Like, is a dress still like, what do we do when it's freezing cold outside? We don't want our legs to freeze off.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. So Miss Pennsylvania USA was in November, so it was very cold. Yep. For rehearsals and walking around, sweater dresses are great. I had a black like cable knit turtleneck sweater dress that I wore with knee-high boots. And so that's a great way to still be fashion forward but comfortable and warm.
Yes.
And if you're afraid that a sweater dress might be a little bit too baggy, you can always do a waist belt. Take a belt, tie it around your waist to give yourself some figure, and then you'll even look more fashion forward as well. So definitely a sweater dress, excuse me, dress with long sleeves, a collar, and I always pair them with over-the-knee boots.
That's great. So I know that your store is, and your fashions are really probably mostly influenced by American culture, but we have a lot of people that are watching from other places, India and the Philippines, and really all over the world. We've got a question here from Shubra, I believe is her name, if I'm pronouncing that right. So she says she's Indian, and she wants to merge her ethnic elements with modern elements, but not sure how to like do that. You know, do you have any recommendations of how that might happen for her?
I think, again, I would go with the less is more kind of tactic. Focus on one element that you really want to shine for a specific outfit, whether that's something more ethnic or something more American. Pick one element that you really want to focus on for that outfit and then just balance it with the others. So whether, again, if that's a cool shoe that has something to do with your ethnicity or your ethnic background, or maybe the dress, an accessory, if that's what you want to shine, make sure it does, and then just complement everything else in your outfit with that.
That's great. That's so good. Yeah. Great question too. I love that. Okay.
And I love that idea.
I know, right?
Really,
that is so cool.
I love that.
Yes, I love that. Okay, we talked about fall. Cool. I'm reading through our things here.
I love all these questions.
I know,
so
right?
great.
They're coming up with some good ones. Yeah. Okay. This is interesting. I like Deksha's question here. So she's like, in pageantry, the schedule is so tight. So you have to like have the perfect outfit, and you have to have the perfect hair, and you have to have the perfect makeup, and I have to do it in like 20 minutes, So what can you do to like have your fashion set? Is there a strategy you use to compete in your pageants where you were like, I knew what I was wearing in advance, or how do you keep that organized quickly?
So for Miss Pennsylvania USA, it was a 3-day weekend for the pageant. And what I did was I used big garment bags and separated them for each day. So day one, I went through my schedule and I hung everything that I needed in that garment bag for day one. I made sure it was steamed. I hung, if there was like a dress that I had a certain pair of earrings or jewelry, shoes with, I hung that on top of it in a shoe bag, made sure that was all together and ready to go. And I separated it by day. You want to definitely remain organized and as quick and organized as you can be, because pageants are hectic. Your schedule is crazy. So the more organized you can be up front, the better you're going to be to putting yourself on the road for success for pageant weekend. So I definitely recommend taking giant garment bags, hanging everything in there you need for each day, and really just organizing it as best as you can ahead of time.
Yeah, that's excellent. So you're right, because it's a lot of wardrobe for these pageants, a lot of changes. Sometimes they do appearances even during pageant weekend. Ritu is asking, what should we anticipate in terms of budget for fashion for, let's say, a weekend? Like, how much should we really be spending? Or do you kind of like reuse stuff during the week, or even your shoes, or like what is a good budget to have in mind for pageant fashion outside of the on-stage fashion,
I hate being so like wishy-washy with this, but I really think that depends on you, because I wear some of the stuff that I've had for years in my closet, and I wore it at Miss Pennsylvania USA. It's just really figuring out what kind of outfit you want, seeing what you already have and what you might need. I only bring a few pairs of shoes with me for pageant weekend, and I just reuse them. Because if you find a great shoe that works with a lot of different things, go for it. Nobody's going to dock you because you had the same shoe on twice.
Yeah, totally.
The same dress or earrings. So I really think that it's personal. Whatever you have in your closet already that you are looking to wear that you think would be great, don't think that you have to go out and buy a bunch of new things for a pageant. You really don't. Nobody's going to know. So just look at your closet, look what you have, see what you think might be good, and kind of go from there.
This is great. Angelica says, awesome. Aubriana says, I absolutely love that pink suit. I think she's referring to what you're wearing now. Lucy said she followed you. Oh, good. She followed you on social media, so she'll be up to date with the fashion trends. Greta says, thank you. Oh, Kristen says, I'm ordering from your store right now. And
Macy, my parents will fill it. I promise.
That's awesome. Macy said the same. Macy's like, I cannot wait. I'm shopping right now. Thank you so much. Oh, that's great, girls. Okay. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and re-comment because we have 174 comments right now. So I'm going to re-comment the shop so that people can be looking. It would be helpful for people who are on their computers, especially. They can be watching in one window and then pull up a second window and kind of be looking through the shop. That might also spark other questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
How are you on time? Do you have a few more minutes? We can keep going with some questions.
I have all day.
Excellent. Okay, cool. All right. We're going to keep going with some questions because these are great questions.
I love them. They're so great.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so this is a great question from Gloria. She says, how do you know if a clothing piece is right or wrong for your body type?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would just do a lot of research on Google or even whenever you have the opportunity, whenever we're allowed out of our houses.
Yeah. And
you can go to a store, go to a boutique and talk with them. They're the experts there. Talk with them, see what their recommendations are, have them fit you in an outfit and give you advice on that. But also Google it. If you know what body shape you are, Google what fashion trends, what clothing styles are great for this kind of body type. I do that all the time. I'm more of like, I'd say like a pear shape, so small on top, and I have some Italian curves in my head.
Yeah, some hips, girl.
I'm Googling all the time, fun outfits for pear shape, fun outfits or outfit styles for pear shape, because that's what I am. So really use the internet, especially right now, because it's a great resource and a great tool.
Yeah, that's great. Tabitha says, this is amazing. She's from California. She wanted to say hi. She says she is amazing and great tips for fashion. Thanks, Tabitha.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And then Melanie is asking, is your blazer from your boutique? She loves it.
It is. It was last May, so we don't have it anymore.
Oh, shoot. They missed it. Oh, they better get what's in
This is one of those prime examples of having something in your closet from a year or two ago. Thinks it's going to be perfect, so you just wear it.
That's right. And also snagging the things at a boutique. I love that. There's this place. I used to live in Los Angeles, and one of the neighborhoods of LA is this place called Venice. And there's a road called Abbot Kinney Boulevard. And on Abbot Kinney, there are all these little boutiques. And I agree 100% with what you said about these shops only order small amounts of things. So you can get something and know no one, like maybe there will be a girl wearing the small, a girl wearing the medium, a girl wearing the large, and then maybe I bought the extra large or something. Like maybe there's 4 other girls in your city that have that, but then it's like, okay, well, we ran out. So you're the only one wearing your blazer right now, you know? So it's like, I love that idea about boutiques. That's so smart.
And with my boutique, that's what I tell people all the time is, because we usually get like 6 to 12 pieces of an item in, and usually it's 6, just to keep it small and keep it unique. And some people have said, oh, well, that means 5 other women are wearing the same thing. We ship all over the country. So the other 5 pieces of that style could go to Alaska, California, Montana. It could go anywhere. So the chances of you running into someone on pageant weekend that have the same thing on are pretty slim if you shop with boutique.
Oh, that's so cool. And especially internationally. Like I'm envisioning somebody like in Australia right now purchasing from your store online, like no one in Australia, like, how are they going to get this? Like, that's brilliant. Yes, I love this.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so good. We've got a question here that is, can you wear tweed in summer if you choose a summer color? So like mixing materials. Yeah? Oh, good.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I am a sucker for tweed. And there are so many good little tweed 2-piece sets out there right now. Excuse me, it's like tweed little shift dresses, and they are definitely, there's styles and materials that you can transfer all seasons. And like I said, faux leather, there are faux leather mini skirts, faux leather shorts, faux leather jumpsuits. There's so many different styles out right now from all over, and they're really versatile, and you can definitely wear them any season. But my favorite is tweed. I love a good tweed little 2-piece set or tweed jumpsuit. So I would definitely not be afraid to wear a material like that.
That's
out
great.
Of season.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. It's all in like owning it too, right? Like just like be like, I'm rocking this. Like this is what I want and I'm doing it. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's my favorite outfit, and I'm going to wear it.
Totally, yes. Jasmine's got a really good question here. So she's saying, you know how like pageant earrings are very pageanty, right? But then there's fashion earrings that don't have all of the cubic zirconiums and stuff. So she's asking, would you be more inclined to wear pageant earrings with all your outfits or fashion earrings? Like, is it okay to wear fashion earrings even during pageant week? What do you think?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I am a big proponent of just making the outfit as best as it can possibly be, because whenever you do that, that's what's really going to shine. Don't think, again, like I said, keep it very, when I say like not casual, but less is more.
Yes.
Because when we think of pageants, we think of glitz and glamour and over the top, and that's great for stage. But for things like rehearsals and walking around, you really want to let your own personal style shine. So definitely look at the outfit and what kind of earring or accessory would be best with that outfit. Don't think that you have to wear something glitz and glam. If that looks great with what you're wearing, then go for it. But I wouldn't be afraid to wear, like, there's a little dress that we have in the store right now that looks great with these parrot earrings. They're like tropical parrots with little rainbow tassels. I would totally wear that for walking around or something fun. If you have a summer pageant, or even if there's like a luau party, something like that. Don't be afraid to wear fun fashion jewelry in your outfit.
That's so cool. I love that. And then do you think, Susie's asking, do you think it's important to coordinate your on stage and off stage color scheme? Like, so should you be like wearing blue all week or wearing red all, like, how important is that, if at all?
I've heard of people doing that. And I've heard like both takes on it. Personally, I've never done that. I love way too many things to just like cut myself off at one color.
Totally, yes, yeah.
But if you look the best in one color, then wear one color. Again, it's all about what you love, what you think looks best. I wouldn't take that as like canon that you have to just stick with one color.
Totally.
Definitely let your personality, your flair, and your style shine in all your different outfits for the weekend.
That's awesome. Carolyn has a question about wearing a t-shirt. So like she must have loved that you mentioned about like a t-shirt with a blazer on top. She's asking, can you elaborate on various other ways to dress up a t-shirt, specifically because the pageants and the sponsors provide shirts during rehearsal. So sometimes, a sponsor gives their shirt and everybody wears it on that day. How can you, class that up a bit or make it look unique? What could you do?
I love that question. One thing that I see a lot of that girls do, and I love to do this as well, is if you get a sponsored t-shirt, pair it with a cute pair of shorts, whether you have, maybe it's like a scalloped hem on your short. Make it something a little bit unique and fun. Either a white pair of shorts, a white pair of flare denims. That'll keep it very fashion forward and won't look like you just put on like some jean shorts. That'll look like you have an outfit together. Even if there's a color in the sponsored t-shirt that you get, and say you have a cool pair of maybe like rainbow shorts. Maybe the shirt is blue and there's a really cool, nice matching blue in your rainbow shorts or skirt. Definitely pair those together. Make it an outfit as much as you can. Maybe wear wedges, a fun boot with it. Really don't be afraid to make it an outfit is my biggest tip.
That's brilliant. Yeah, I love that. You were mentioning that for younger girls, that pink outfit, I think, that you have in your store. So Barbara is on and she said her daughter wore that pink suit at her pageant. She's from your area. Yeah, so that's cool. She's been to your boutique too. That's awesome. Gloria says, yes, personality is everything. Anava says, thank you so much for your advice. Angelica is like, yes, with a bunch of S's and all the prayer hands. She's like, thank you, thank you. Comparison is our thief of joy. You're so right. Yep, you agree. They say, preach, girl. Dinah's like, preach, sister. I love that. Oh, she said, this is so important. Thank you so much for saying that. I love this. Okay, let me find, I'm still scrolling, finding some other good questions here. I love this. Elizabeth she says it's 7:30 p.m. right now in South Africa, and I could not be more grateful. It's nice and quiet, which is perfect for me to tune in. Oh, that's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yes, good. Oh, and it's 11 p.m. in India. But Deksha's on, rolling strong. I like it.
Wow.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Good. Okay, I'm trying to, you guys have such good comments. I totally love this. Okay, this is a good question. So Whitley says she has dreadlocks. She wears her hair in dreadlocks, and she considers her style to be artsy, modern, vintage. So she does a lot of like pin clip curls and braids and things like that. She says she's super creative. She loves to do that. Is there a way that she could balance that type of style without it being overly distracting with her hair? So she doesn't want to be like a clown show, but at the same time, she wants to own that style, that artsiness, Is there a way to do that and to use the dreadlocks? Because that's so unique, in a pageant. But she doesn't want it to take away from what she shows up with as what she brings. What advice would you give to Whitley?
I would say that your hair and anybody's hair is part of your wardrobe. It's part of your outfit. So definitely pull it together. I would say hair like dreadlocks makes a statement of its own. So if you have that kind of hair, again, don't overdo it with your outfit. Keep it simple. And if your hair is what you want to highlight in the different pieces that I said before of your wardrobe, then go with it. Make sure that your hair really stands out, but then the rest of your outfit, keep it on that artistic theme, but maybe make it a little bit more subtle so that your hair really shines. So I would definitely make that a focal point of your outfit.
That's great. How about Sterling is asking about glasses. So she wears glasses. Should she be wearing them during her pageant interview? Is that a bad idea, or should she just go ahead and rock them? What do you think?
I think you should rock them. Honestly, I know that when I competed at National American Miss a few years back, there was a very young girl, and I think she was the national winner, and she had a different. She wore glasses, and she had a different pair of glasses to match every single outfit. And it was the cutest thing ever.
That is
Everyone loved it. She wore them on stage. She wore them in her interviews. She had her pink ones on for her gown. She had blue ones on, and she made them work. Yeah. And everybody loved it. It was so unique, so her, so different, and she ended up winning. So I would definitely, if you have glasses, go with it. Maybe you want to do something fun with that too. But that would definitely make you stand out as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Shubhra said, "Thank you so much for responding for responding to my question." And yes, I pronounced her name right. Good. Ritu says, "Thank you for answering my question." Gloria said, "This is amazing. I love this." Oh, somebody I don't see their name on here, but it says, "I'm shopping right now. I just found my interview outfit." Yay!
Amazing.
Woohoo! Good. I hope she got it right away before someone else buys it.
Yeah,
that's cool. Oh, T. Lee said the same. Oh, this is great. Awesome. So we're getting, as I'm scanning, I see a lot of questions that are asking about specific body types. So like, do you have suggestions for example, a woman that's short? Like, what can she do to not look extra short? Because a lot of women that compete in pageants are 5'7" and taller, So if you show up and you're 5'4" or less, what can you do to, other than of course heels you could wear, but is there some other thing that you could do to accentuate your greatest assets and not call attention to being short?
Right, absolutely. So I personally don't have that problem. I'm like 5'8".
Okay, go ahead. Lucky girl. Yeah.
But I would say don't cut yourself off. Make sure that you're wearing maybe a high-waisted pant to make your leg look very long. So then if you wore something a little bit shorter and in the waistline, that might cut you off in a different way. Yeah. If you take that belt idea that I talked about earlier and put it around your waist, that may also cut you off if you're short. You have to really look at your height and your body type to see what may work and what might not. But for a short girl, I would say don't cut yourself off. Make sure you're wearing styles like high-waisted, long flare pants to really accentuate your legs. And for me, the belt thing works great because I do have that smaller torso, the smaller upper body, and a little bit of a curvier bottom half. So accentuating my waistline in a little fit and flare dress or using a belt like that is great for my kind of body type. So that's something that I definitely recommend if you share the same thing.
That's great. That's great. What about somebody who is very skinny? Like, what should someone like that do in order to still look healthy, but, their just natural body type is that they're very thin? What might they choose to wear?
Honestly, I think that those puff sleeves that we talked about earlier, that puff sleeve trend, that's something that'll add a little bit of volume to your shape, but you'll still look trendy and fashion forward as well. I love that for somebody that's a little bit on the slender side.
Yeah, that is really good. Michelle is asking, do you ship to Canada?
We ship everywhere.
Okay, that's great. I love hearing that. Perfect.
I think it's a little bit of a larger fee with international shipping, but we ship anywhere. We've shipped to Australia, China, Switzerland, Canada, like anywhere.
Awesome. Oh, that's great.
If you see it, like it, buy it, we'll get it to you.
Perfect. Good. Michelle, get to shopping, girl. Oh, this is fun. I love it. Good. Okay. So, faux leather is my jam, she said. Oh, Angelica sent you a bunch of heart eyes. The parrot earrings sound amazing. Oh, cool. Do you still have those parrot earrings online?
I think we have a few left.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we do. Ooh. They're online. We had an ice cream cone shape as well that were super cute. They had a bunch of different little colors in them and some rhinestones, and they look great to add a little bit of fun if you have just like a solid color dress. If you had like a solid pink dress or yellow dress and you have a fun earring like that, that's a really great way to tie a whole look together and still be fashion forward.
Yes, that is so cool. I love that. And so does Dima. Dima's like, I love this. Angelica's like, definitely going to check out the boutique. Sherry says, thank you so much. This is so helpful. Anna says, thank you with a bunch of hearts. Heather says, thank you. Great tips with the star eyes. I love that.
That's awesome.
Yes, this is great. Barbara says, I think this might be her daughter, Claudia. Claudia says hi. Everybody loved her jumpsuits and the rompers that she worked to last year. That she wore. She must have said that she wore to last year. Oh, that's so fun. Good. So awesome. Happy clients from the boutique. Yeah. Oh, Deeksha says, you are so high energy. I love this so much. Thank you for your positivity. Elena says, thank you so much for your time. Yes, this is good. So people are asking about your hair, Victoria. They are loving your hair right now. Everybody's like, how did you get your hair like that? How do you make your curls stay? How do you keep volume? Can you tell us a little bit of your hair tips right now?
Absolutely.
Especially good hair in quarantine. Can we all just take a moment? Victoria, I just need to first take a moment and say that we're all in quarantine and you have bomb hair. Like, that's even more to be honored because it's like gorgeous and you've been stuck in your house for weeks. So I can't wait to hear this advice.
I'm in desperate need of a haircut right now.
Aren't we all?
So my biggest problem with my hair whenever I was starting out in pageantry is my hair usually does not hold curl. But I found that pin curling is really great to make sure that curl stays. So what I do is I just take little sections and I curl it with my curling iron or like a wand. I hold it there for a few seconds and then I take the curling iron out and use a little clip and pin it to my head. And so I do that the whole way over my head and I let it sit because if you do that, your hair is going to cool off in that curl instead of whenever you curl it down here and you let go, your hair's still hot, but now gravity is weighing it down and you're going to lose that curl really quickly. So making sure that your hair sets in those curls is going to be crucial for keeping a curl all day long.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. Yeah. Good. I love it. Fashion and beauty. Oh, this is great. Oh, Alexa says, please tell me that you are getting more of the Veronica Pink jumpsuit. Are you?
Oh God, I don't even know what names are. I have to look it up.
She'll have to keep. So Alexa, just stay posted, okay? You're gonna have to just keep following. Yeah.
DM us on Wight Elephant on our Instagram. It's just at Wight WIGHT Elephant.
Perfect.
DM me a picture of it because I'm horrible with names and what we've named things are crazy on the website.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you got to get creative.
So DM us a picture and I can let you know. Typically when we sell out of something, we don't restock just to keep it unique for our customers. And a lot of the times our vendors sell out really quickly too, so we can't get it back in stock, especially if it's a style from a year or so ago. Yeah. So usually we don't, but there's a chance that we might be. So
yeah,
just DM, let you know.
Perfect. Good. Thank you for that. Cool. So I'm continuing. Oh, yes, she does. Do you ship to India? I would imagine
we ship
so.
Everywhere.
Okay, girls, get in. Stop asking. Get in that store. Click ship to me. Oh, this is great. This is so fun.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, they're saying, love this advice for short girls. Yes. Oh, and Kristen says, you're inspiring me to do my hair right now. Oh,
do it. I promise you will feel so much more human and normal if you put on some makeup, do your hair, get dressed. Yes. It's great for your mental health.
That's awesome. Good. Girls, if we haven't gotten to your question yet, please repost it. I'm scrolling through the comments and I'm trying to get to all of them. We have a lot of comments, like hundreds of comments coming in. So I'm trying to stay up to date with things. And the best way, ladies, is to put a Q, colon, and then your question with a question mark at the end so I can see it, so it stands out to me from the other questions. So I, let's see here. Happy birthday, Jasmine. Today is her birthday, and she said this is the best birthday present ever. Thank you for your positivity and amazing advice. Yay.
That's awesome. Happy birthday. That's so cool.
So cool. I love this. Good. Okay. Oh, Shelly is asking, how often do you post new items in your store? Like, how often do you get new things in?
We usually do new arrivals every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. So every week, we do a big batch of new arrivals on our website and in our stores. Oh, awesome. A lot of the times we'll have some in-store exclusives that we don't have online, but we usually post those on our social media pages as well. So if you see anything on our posts and our pictures that you might not see online, you can still comment or DM us on it, and we can get it out to you if we have it in stock.
Perfect. I love this. So for those of you who are just tuning in, because I know know not everybody was able to make it right on. I have someone's commenting like, what are we talking about? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So we're talking about fashion. We've got Victoria Piekut here from the Wight Elephant Boutique, and she is giving us so much fashion advice. And don't worry, we're going to keep this video up all the rest of the day. So even when we are done in the next couple of minutes here, we're going to be able to keep this video up so that you can watch the replay, because she shared so many amazing tips at the very beginning of this that are helping to shape how we are creating our wardrobe. But if you want to check out her boutique, it's Wight Elephant. Wight is spelled Wight, elephant.com. So that's where everybody's going to check out what she's got and stuff, and to learn more about fashion and style and stuff. And they're actually pulling things from there. So yeah, jump on that site. Okay, so we're asking here, like, oh, this is interesting. Okay, so from your experience, so they're asking about other onstage fashion. Okay, so for example, like fitness and evening gown and fun fashion and things like that. Are there any type of rules that you recommend following for those types of things in terms of style, you know?
Well, one thing that pops into mind just personally for when you said fitness competition, I see a lot of girls wearing big, bold patterns for fitness, but typically whenever I'm looking at a girl a little bit more closely, she has more of a subtle, solid outfit on for fitness. It could still have a fun, different cut. Maybe it's like a one shoulder sports bra, or like high-waisted pants, maybe a little fun hem on the leg. But I think just even personally, whenever I'm watching fitness competitions, the girls that I'm really focused on their smile, their eyes, their face, so how they're posing, are the girls that have a fun outfit, but it's a little bit more of a solid, subtle outfit to really let their personality and their self shine. Yeah. That's one of my tips for fitness. And I think that kind of goes hand in hand with a lot of the other stage competitions as well. Don't be afraid of a pattern or a fun cut. Like I said, floral patterns are great for gowns. They're beautiful, they're elegant. So don't be afraid of something like that. But just keep in mind that you want to make sure that you are the thing that shines and not necessarily just your outfit.
That's great advice. Yeah. So then, as you know, Victoria, there's a lot of different, you know, and you've competed in NAM and IJM and now the USA system and others. So as you know, each pageant kind of has their own, I guess, fashion slant or trends or whatever, like their own branding. So for contestants that are competing in different pageants, should they try to tailor their style more to what the pageant is expecting, like what the pageant brand is, or should they stick to their own personality or their own, even their own age, their own branding, or should they kind of like try to tailor to the pageant? What do you think?
I think it's actually a healthy mix, because you want to be true to yourself and you want to let your personality shine through your wardrobe. But at the end of the day, you are applying to be a representative of that organization. So I think that you have to keep in mind what their branding is. If they are a little bit more on the conservative side, if they're on the more fashion.
So if you're going to like do something that's outside of you.
Oh, I'm so sorry that it just completely cut out for me.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Oh,
sorry.
No worries. I was saying, like, I know, because our internet connection. I was saying that, like, you know, how you are, anytime that you choose something that's outside of who you are, your own brand or your own beliefs, and you do something outside of that, then you have to make sure that that's a risk you're willing to take. So if you're like, I don't agree with this, and you're going to do it anyway, be okay that you might lose the pageant because of that risk you're taking, you know? So everything is a decision, and we have to be just clear about where, if we make the decision.
And I have a personal experience with that, just for like picking my headshot for the state pageant. I'm always cautious to get a lot of different opinions involved, because you're going to get 100 different answers, and it's going to, at the end of the day, make you more confused.
Totally.
And I did that with my headshot. I had a lot of people telling me one thing, but I really had a gut feeling about this one headshot that I personally loved. And so I went with it this year, and I was so happy that I did, because it was something even just that's as small as that. If I would have picked the headshot that other people liked better and I wouldn't have won, there would have been that question in my mind of, well, what would have happened if I went with that one that I really liked in the first place? So you always have to make sure that you are 100% with it and okay with every decision that you make.
That's awesome. That is good parting advice. So we are going to wrap up a full hour of Victoria's time. Thank you so much for being here. And
my God. Thank you.
Yes.
This is amazing.
Good. I'm glad. And I want to take a moment to honor you, Victoria, because you have shared so many insights and so many things that truly that a lot of people would not be willing to share because you're still in competition mode, and I'm just so grateful that you're willing to help other people, that you're serving people, for your boutique still being open and still being willing to ship and to fulfill orders and stuff. I know that takes a lot of extra energy, especially during this time. We're grateful for your parents for being at the store now, even to ship these orders as people are buying them online. So thank you for your time today, but also for the work that you are doing in the world, truly.
That really means a lot. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm more than happy to share any advice. If you have any more questions, feel free to DM me because, again, at the end of the day, pageants are about being a better version of you. So if I can help anybody feel perfect, feel better about themselves in an outfit, I'm going to do that no matter if we're competing against each other or not.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. That's awesome. So I want to tell us, where can they find you? Give us some parting pieces. I know definitely Wight Elephant Boutique or wightelephant.com is the boutique.
Yes.
So WIGHT elephant.com. I'll make sure that goes in the post, the notes in the post, so that people can click on it easily.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
awesome.
Then where should they be DMing you? To Wight Elephant?
Yes. So Perfect. That is honestly the best form of communication for me and for the store is social media and our Instagram. So our Perfect. Store Instagram is at Wight Elephant. So at WIGHT Elephant. You can DM us there with any questions that you have. My personal is my name at Victoria_PIEKUT. That's my last name. And then there's even the Miss Pennsylvania USA Instagram. So that's at Miss PA USA.
Perfect. Good. And if people aren't following you, I highly recommend you do, ladies, because she's got so many fun posts and you do a great job of being you're excellent at social media. So it's been fun to follow
Thank you.